Cassar of Penn State. With that escape, Gable Steveson takes a 21-6 tech ball victory on mat 2. Steveson advances to entering the third period on mat 3, we have a scoreless match between Singletary and Ohio State and Miller of Indiana. Midway through the second period on mat 4, Michigan's Bears with a 6-2 lead over Mita of Maryland. Midway through the first period on mat 1, Cassar of Penn State with a 4-1 lead over mat 30 seconds left on mat 2. It's about 59. Heavyweight between Deuce Rashall of Illinois and Conan Jennings of Northwestern. Their score is about 45 seconds in. Mat 2. Start of the third period on mat 4 where Paris leads 7-2 after an early escape. Meanwhile, Singletary got the scoring going on mat 3. There's 30 seconds left in that match. She leads 3-0. He's going to work on top. There's a win on mat 3. Chase Singletary advances 3-0 at heavyweight over Fletcher Miller. And Singletary on mat 3 with a 3-0 decision. About to get started with a 125 Meanwhile, midway through the second period here on mat 1, it's an 8-3 advantage for Cassar from Penn State. Rivera, the 125-pound quarterfinal match on mat 3, an early 2-0 lead, 1 minute into that contest. Second period ends over on mat 2. Jennings holding a 1-0 lead in that heavyweight contest, 2 minutes left. Into the first period at 125 on mat 3. Rivera with an 8-1 lead. Strong as we head to the second period. Steveson's advantage on half. It's 3-2 Steveson. Minute 40 left in that one.
And the heavyweights are on the mat. Jensen, Cassar.
Second period ending over on mat 2.
Jensen, one of the biggest human beings in this building. Definitely the tournament, I would guess. Cassar, your 2 seed. Major decision, first round. Jensen, your 7 seed with the bye. Cassar, definitely one of the smaller heavyweights in this tournament. Jensen looking to drop to a pick here. Now he's running up a 2-on-1. Back to that lead leg attack is Jensen. Cassar just kind of pops the leg back, little head sprawl. Not a huge commitment from Jensen, but he's making some small attempts. Oh, and there's that post double from Cassar. Not worried about who the bigger human being is. He gets to the body and runs it down. Mike Mao trained. A lot of you guys might not know Cassar came up through Mike Mao's club, pro wrestling personality behind the dirt guy. When Mike Mao had his club in New Jersey, Rhino. Minute left in the period. Cassar not too concerned with the riding time. $50 seconds left in the period. And again, there's that straight double from Cassar. Got a little taste of Jensen's defense on that one, backed out. And Jensen trying to use his weight here a little bit with that right underhook. Now he's looking throw by, then just kind of dives in. Almost takes down Cassar and a referee on the edge. I think he would have still only got 2 points for that one, but we're back center. And if you're Nebraska, you'd like to see Jensen go back to that right side underhook. Not let Cassar hang on your collar. And see if you can start getting throw by, so maybe your anchor single, because Cassar has a left leg lead. First period ends 2-1. Cassar. Choice goes to Jensen. He's going to be a nice guy and let Cassar go down.
Heading to the second period on mat 3. Cassar of Penn State, a 2-1 advantage on Jensen in Nebraska. We're on mat 3.
Cassar, quick stand up. Jensen looks to redrop, but a little too late there.
Wrestleback action getting underway on mat 4.
And it's kind of funny how the posts on the forehead now. Oh, and Jensen to the outside. Oh, and Cassar just right back on the attack. Jensen dropped outside, kind of ankle pick. And Cassar gets his leg free, right back in on an attack of his own. Catch Jensen on his heels.
Versus Northwestern's Conan, Jennings.
Head lever here for Cassar. Now he's maybe looking to feed a cross wrist. Jensen flat on his belly. Wondering if we're going to see a stall call here in a second. $58 seconds left in this heavyweight quarterfinal match. Your 2-seed Cassar against your 7-seed Jensen. And Coach Manning is asking for a stall call on the parallel ride of Cassar, which I can't say that I blame him arguing for his athlete. The onus is on the top guy to turn, not just ride. Yeah, man. Angel Escobedo in the house, looking fresh as always. Congrats on the recent birth of, I believe, his 3rd child. Last week might have been pretty soon. Head coach at Indiana University, 4-time All-American, I believe 2-time national champ for Indiana. And Jensen, a little bit of a changeover. Now he's up to his feet. Let's see if Cassar can get that return. Don't know if Jensen had all the fingers there, but hey.
Also the other two on mat 3.
5-1 lead for Cassar. Almost 2 minutes of riding time.
We got to the final 2 minutes on mat 3.
Jensen on bottom again. Let's see if he'll get him changed over and back to his feet. Head lever for Cassar. Cassar peeling that head lever up. Looking bar. Cassar loses the wing. Looking to scoop it back again. Jensen still flat on his belly. Now Cassar just going to try to run it straight over the head. Can't tell if he's got the backside wrist or not from here. And Jensen doing the right thing, getting his butt up, working his way up to his feet. Cassar going to cut him loose. It's going to be 5-2, minute left in the period. Riding time cannot be erased though. Jensen got a little bit of work to do. Hanging in a collar tie, probably ain't going to get it done for him. Like to see him get to a little bit more dominant tie. Now he goes lead leg attack. Cassar, quick like a cat, call him Whiskers. And Jensen finishes the scramble. Cassar right back in, sits, turns to a high crotch. And nice little flurry there, but Cassar shows you that added advantage of being a smaller, athletic, nimble heavyweight in situations like that. Plus, he just never stopped wrestling. A lot of times the head drops after a takedown. You take a couple seconds to gather yourself. Cassar right back in on the movement. Sit, turn, right back in on a high crotch. And this match is going to end 8-4 for your 2-seed Cassar. Moving on again in the next round.
Advancing to the heavyweight semifinals from Penn State, Cassar. 8-4 decision over Jensen, Nebraska.
So here we go, Anthony Cassar taking on Conan Jennings. Last semi of the night here, heavyweight.
Steveson.
Cassar been outstanding this year for the Nittany Lions.
Deep into a sudden victory overtime period over on mat 4. 2-2 match in the wrestle bats between Gravina and Reinhardt. Meanwhile, early second period heavyweight wrestle bats on mat 1. Jensen and Nebraska leading 4-2 and looking for a lot more here as well. Second period fall for Nebraska's David Jensen on mat 1. Steveson escape on mat 2. Stretches his lead to 3-1 early in the second period.
Take down Cassar. So good on his feet.
Taken down by Cassar on mat 3. He has a 2-0 lead over Conan Jennings about a minute into their match. Meanwhile, over on mat 2.
Minute 50 to go in the first. As Cassar lets him up now 2-1.
The time being is 5-1. Steveson on mat 2. Escaped by Reinhardt in the tiebreakers. He leads 3-2 as Gravina takes his turn on bottom. Escape for Jennings on mat 3.
Double leg, head and chest again. This time Jennings able to square up.
Mat 1, heavyweight wrestle backs, Maryland's Yusuf Hamida and Purdue's Aven. They're just underway about 40 seconds in on mat 1. Ravino with the escape and tiebreakers. It's 3-3 on mat 4. Calling the mat stands over on mat 2. Hilger with the escape. Steveson leading 5-2 midway through the second period. Meanwhile, midway through the second set.
Another shot, another finish. Anthony Cassar. 4-1.
We have a takedown for Anthony Cassar late in the first period on mat 3. He now owns a 4-1 lead over Conan Jennings headed to the second. Sudden victory overtime wraps on mat 4. Going ahead to his second set of tiebreakers. Ravina and Reinhardt knotted at 3.
So you still not got your way into like down around?
Shot, head outside, Cassar. He's got that foot shelved right on his knee. He's in good shape. There's the takedown.
Anthony Cassar on mat 3 picks up another takedown. He now leads 6-1, approaching the midway point of the second period. Hilger with the escape. It's 5-3 with Steveson. Looking for the takedown. There's 2 from Minnesota Steveson. 7-3 now on mat 2. End of the first period, heavyweight wrestled out on mat 1. Aven and Amino are scoreless heading into the second period. Skate for Hilger. 7-4 Steveson. Minute 30 up to on mat 2.
Cassar continuing to rise, 6-1 the lead.
Short time, second period on mat 3. Cassar still holding that 6-1 lead over Jennings. Meanwhile, about 50 seconds to go on mat 2. Steveson, 7-4 advantage.
There's a stall point.
Then to 2 on mat 3. Cassar with a 7-1 lead on Jennings. Over on mat 4.
Jennings takes top against Cassar. Top, bottom hasn't worked. Neutral hasn't worked. So roll the dice. Jennings, solid from here, but Cassar's good in all positions. It's going to be tough to envision him turning someone as good as Cassar. Caution on Jennings.
Steveson awarded it to just before the whistle at the riding time point, and that is a 10-4 decision for Gable Steveson. Advances tomorrow's heavyweight title bout.
Up to his feet right away. What a mat return by Jennings.
Cassar leads 7-1 on mat 3. End of the second period on mat 1. Aven with a 2-1 lead over Amino.
Jennings back up to his feet. Or excuse me, Cassar. Now he switches. Reversal. 9-1 now. Riding time over a minute. And climbing for Cassar.
Just underway. Michigan State's Brad Wilton. Purdue's Christian Mariner.
Riding time locked. 10-1 right now. They're 10-2 with that escape. And another shot, and that's going to do it for this one. Cassar, you're winning. The finals are set. Time runs out. Nice double leg at the end. Penn State rolling right now. We'll get going tomorrow, I believe, noon Central. We'll see you then. Thanks, guys.
You know what? This Gopher fans are going to have a lot of fun following this guy's career.
We're waiting on heavyweights here, and you can see peeked out to the right there's Anthony Cassar. And I've been looking forward to this one. I know you have too, because Anthony Cassar, quite a story himself. Penn State last year at 197 and was not chosen to be their varsity wrestler to go on to the Big Tens at 197. And he started right then, and he's probably at about 250 now. And he's going to go up against Gable Steveson, a senior versus a freshman.
Every time you lay eyes on Anthony Cassar, he looks like he's 5 pounds bigger, right? And so he's working himself into that weight. And he's got the type of style, likes to attack with the left arm lead. He'll attack the left leg, pretty well. So he's gotten better and better once he's gotten used to the big power guys right there. So again, Steveson is not only a power guy, but also has the speed that Cassar has. But he's a good style matchup for Steveson, because he's got the ability to go ahead and shoot that left-handed high crotch.
There's Anthony Cassar coming out of the tunnel with the other heavyweights. And he's no 197-pounder anymore, Jim.
Looking good.
And there's his opponent behind him, coming on, Gable Steveson. He's the top seed. He's undefeated. And it's a big crowd, and this is what they've been waiting for all day. The partisan Gopher fans here, and they have been they're always knowledgeable and follow their team with a lot of faithfulness.
Wearing that traditional gold singlet there, you see how they got here. Pretty dominant performance by both of them. Take a look at that early win by Steveson over Sam Stoll, the 8th seed right there from Iowa. Guy's been an All-American. But, talk about builds. You talk about power and the ability to go ahead and good footwork. That's Gable Steveson here. He's really moves well.
Here we go. What you would believe is the top test of the year for the undefeated true freshman who was in high school last year, finishing up his career, dreaming of this moment right here. Step at a time. There's Cassar in, but the hips of Steveson keeps him from finishing.
Right there, good test for both guys on their defense. Haven't seen it as much, but Gable Steveson likes to hit that little swing single right there, right? Little ankle pick.
Last Big Ten champion for Minnesota.
He also,
Chris Dardanes in 2015.
Excuse me, Tim, but he also likes to work off the underhook right on the left-hand side, and naturally Cassar keeps that right leg back, okay? So that's kind of the side that he likes to attack to, so it's going to be difficult for him to get to it. So sometimes, when you see situations like this, the guy's not as comfortable, so he's got to move him around a little bit to work the head to get to that left-handed underhook, and then Stevenson's offense really starts to open up from there. For Cassar, he wants to attack the left leg of Steveson. He wants to get to it and finish it. And he's been doing better and better job of his attacking at angles, so it's almost effortless. He's lifting guys, but not going against their power.
Steveson trying to become not only a Big Ten title, but his sights are set on an NCAA title, and the last one to do it for the Gophers. a heavyweight, Tony Nelson, a while ago, 2013.
Gable couldn't have walked into a better tradition than the Minnesota heavyweights, you know.
And with Tony in the room,
yeah,
working out, contender at the international level, and so what a great opportunity. Anthony Cassar out of Rocky Hill, New Jersey, one of 6 New Jerseyans in the finals. He's Montgomery High School. Senior eligibility-wise, whether or not he'll get an extra year or not is still, we don't know, but he certainly could, because he had 2 full years, practically, of being injured and not competing.
You take a look at Anthony at this weight class, you go, why didn't we think of this earlier? Well, you had Nick Nevels, you know. So here's a guy that's beaten an
All-American.
Beaten an All-American off of the team and is moving up. Not much action. Again, I think it's just a style from their stance styles. You can't really see or get to their shot right now.
Well, the end of the first period will be scoreless, and so let's go to Shane, who has more about both of these wrestlers.
TJ, they've both taken very different paths in getting to this championship final. Steveson, of course, as you said, the true freshman phenom, a 4-time state champion in high school. He's a multiple-time world champion. Then you have Cassar. He qualified for the New Jersey State Championship just 1 time. That was as a senior. He won it. He comes to Penn State. He redshirts. Misses a couple of years due to injury. Of course, last year he's down at 197. Had that big win against Moore of Ohio State, but ultimately Penn State went with Shakur Rashid in postseason. So what does he do? He puts on 25, 30 pounds to go up to heavyweights, where Neville's a 2-time All-American was awaiting. So just phenomenal resiliency from Cassar. I know it's an anticipated battle here in the second period.
Good insight, Shane. Thanks for that. Like Jim, like you said, I think those 25 or 30 have become closer to 40 or 45. He puts on 5 pounds every month. We're talking about Anthony Cassar and his journey from being the 197-pounder last year to the heavyweight. That's the top test for Gable Steveson, and we're talking about a true freshman and undefeated here for the Gophers, and the Gopher fans are pretty excited for these 4 years with Gable Steveson anchoring the program for Brandon Agam, the head coach.
I think the fans would be a little more excited if the guys found a way to their offense, but so it's a lot of little hand fighting and then they break free. Angel Rivera, the officials saw a hand clasp there. It's going to give him a warning. Again, neither guy not really getting in it. Now, there's a left leg lead there by Steveson. Can Cassar get to it? It just, I would say both guys seem like they're disinterested, but they're definitely disinterested in attacking below the waist right now.
Looking in the corner, and you see that Anthony Cassar has an Olympic champion in the corner, Jake Varner, assistant coach, along with Cale Sanderson. Jake Varner, the Olympic champion who is now part of that coaching staff, certainly adds a lot to Cassar's development as a heavyweight.
Green choice.
Now, one of the things about, and I've been impressed, kind of like the same thing when Mark Hall burst on the scene, that Gable is really tough in the top position. He's really improved there as well. So this is going to be work here for Cassar. He gets the quick escape. So
it's 1-1.
What do I know?
Yeah, and so the undefeated Gable Steveson over the tied with the once defeated Anthony Cassar, his only loss of the year, to Derek White from Oklahoma State. 3-2 in the scuffle, the Southern scuffle.
Yeah, now, see, that's the first time he's able to get to that left-handed underhook right there.
Now a warning against Cassar as the underhook by Steveson forces Cassar off the mark.
Now he's coming back to it, that left-handed underhook. You see how Cassar is working his head back in. Now he gets that side right there. Look at this mat return.
Oh. Wow, textbook low sweeping single comes to his feet, lifts Cassar, gets the 2-point out in front now, 3-2. He's made a statement, Jim.
Yeah, he did. He did right there. When you see that power pack lower body right there, you weren't worried of whether he was going to be able to lift Cassar off the mat, but you see how he set that up? Collar tie, underhook, and then when Cassar was leaning back into him, he hit that little duck shot right there. And what impresses me about Gable Steveson is he can attack 3/4. If you build the body into 4 quadrants, he can go left side high with that underhook, left side low, and he can go the other side here. So he's got almost 3 of those quadrants covered with technique that will work on about anybody. Wow, shot there. Good work. Good job.
There's the 2.
Wow.
And he goes ahead with short time. Wow. Cassar fights through and gets a 2 for a takedown and goes ahead 4-3.
Now Cassar is good enough in the top position that he can go ahead and expect him to drop on those ankles. Good spiral ride, changes over the right-hand side.
Remember, there is a stall warning against Cassar.
Yeah, good job of tonight. Cast over the top side. No points.
Short time.
Drops in on the leg.
Wow. Anthony Cassar stuns.
Bringing him back in.
Got a little blood there. 2 seconds left on the clock. Anthony Cassar stunning the undefeated freshman Gable Steveson with this late takedown.
Yeah, great straight on double leg right into the power, but you know he got below the knees on it. Take a look at it. Can look, take the Cassar take the drops back in. Look at the big step up, and then gets to the single leg and drops back there, leans him back.
Kept driving, didn't he?
Well, yeah, he went for a double. We've seen that before with the lightweights where they shoot the double, they end up with the single. Excellent finish.
And you make a great point there, because Cassar, as a heavyweight, wrestles like a lightweight.
Both these guys do, but you're right, Tim. In that instance, it was just, straight on double leg.
Don't get on yet.
One of those legs are going to come back because you can't just sprawl back and gets the trailing leg.
And
Big
that's
win.
it. 2 heavyweights, they clash. And they waited a while, but that third period was wild. And Anthony Cassar steps up, takes the heavyweight position for the Nittany Lions, and wins his first Big Ten championship.
Well done. Take a look at that takedown again. Straight on double leg, and he steps up and hits that single leg and comes back into that little finish where he brings his head back into him, and nothing Gable Steveson can do about that beautiful finish. Well done.
Great execution by Cassar, and Shane is standing there with the champ.
Well, you said it, TJ. His mouth guard says it. Champ, you are a Big Ten champion. A stacked heavyweight class. What are you most proud of, especially slaying the Giants to win the title?
Just being consistent and gratitude. I haven't been able to put this Penn State single on and wrestle in the Big Tens or Nationals, and that's been hard. I've been close numerous times. I was able to do it today, so I was just grateful to God, and it's disrespectful to him and everyone who supports me if I don't get my best out here. So that's what I did.
Talked about it during the match, and you and I have talked about it on occasion, the resiliency that you've had. What is most satisfying in getting this title?
Just consistency. I know that over the past 5 years, I've worked harder and more committed than anyone, and I want it more than anyone. So out here, I don't have to think much. I can just rely on that training and that preparation. That's what I did.
Congratulations, Anthony.
See ya.